Consistency is incredibly important in pickleball, but sometimes in an attempt to be consistent and just get it over the net, we dink without a purpose, and we hit what are called dead dinks. Today, we're going to cover how to resurrect those dead dinks and turn them into strategic shots that help you win more points at the net. Let's get into it. Welcome to High Five Pickleball, where we help you play better, win more, and make the most of your time on the court. My name is Adam Richards, and today we're covering dink strategies that anyone can master to win more points at the net. When you're at the non-volley zone, you may be tempted to just get the ball over the net to be consistent. But when you do this, you run the risk of hitting shots that are predictable, straight to your opponent, that apply no pressure on them whatsoever. This is the definition of a dead dink. Instead, your goal should be the opposite, to hit shots that are unattackable, unpredictable, that put mental and physical pressure on your opponents. You can do all of this by using what I like to call the DAW method. It isn't meant to be comprehensive, but rather an easy reminder of what to do at the net instead of reacting to your opponent or defaulting to dead dinks. But before we get into that, I want to give you a free gift. It's called the Path to Better Pickleball. If you're looking for an easy step-by-step approach to improving your game, this is for you. This is a 30-day challenge focused on the 10 important skills every player needs to know, and it's designed in such a way that you can build on your skills every step of the way. After signing up, you get a free downloadable skills guide and 10 step-by-step videos sent straight to your inbox every few days. I'm happy to say that over 1,000 pickleballers have joined so far, and I've gotten some positive feedback. So if you want to gain free access, just click the link in the description. All right, let's get into it. The DAW method stands for depth, angles, and weakness. When you're at the net, you can definitely do more than 3 things, but the goal here is to do what has the highest probability of being unattackable and winning the rally. When dinking for depth, one of your primary goals is to make your opponent think and decide whether or not to take the ball out of the air. The more time they spend thinking and deciding, the less time they have to react. A few ways you can win with depth are to force them to overreach for the ball, make them hit the ball closer to their body, force them off the kitchen line, and then find their feet with your shot. This works even better if you find their non-dominant foot. Be sure to vary the depths of your shot, that way your opponent is always thinking and deciding. When dinking, you want to use angles that force your opponents to move and stretch so that you can apply physical pressure on them. A few ways to win with angles are to vary your angles, that way your opponent is always moving and never perfectly balanced. After all, they are less likely to attack you successfully if they are off balance or chasing the ball. You can aim to get the ball behind your opponent, that way they have a delayed contact point. And you can hit the ball to the middle to force confusion between partners. Similar to dinking for depth, be sure to mix up your angles, that way your opponent is constantly moving. It's always helpful to know your opponent's weakness so that you can include it in your strategy. For example, do they have a weaker backhand and try to run around it at the net? Do they tend to stand back from the kitchen line? These are the types of things you want to observe and include in any of your dink strategies. One practical way you can use dinks to exploit a weak backhand is to hit the ball to your opponent's non-dominant foot. This will force your opponent to either step around their backhand, step away from the non-volley zone, or hit with their backhand. Last but not least, you want to combine all of these shots. How can you use depth, angles, and your opponent's weakness for different combinations in your dink strategy? You can also apply other variations like spin, pace, and loft. By adding variation and intention to your shots, not only will you be unpredictable, but you will apply physical and mental pressure on your opponents that will help you win more rallies. What do you think of the DAW method? Let me know in the comments. And like I said earlier, this isn't meant to be a comprehensive solution, but really an easy reminder for how to be more strategic at the net. If you like this video or learned something new, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another update from High Five Pickleball. Thanks for watching.